We are all familiar with the stories of the great Sith Lords of the past. Stories of Vader and Sidious taking over the galaxy and wiping out the Jedi. Darth Bane changing the Sith forever. The ruthlessness of Darth Malgus. We all know the tales of Revan and Malak and the legend of Darth Vitiate. But one area that seems to be thrown to the wayside is the great Sith that lived after Luke turned Vader. This is the story of one of those Sith Lords. This is a story of one of the most famous female Sith to ever live. Within the shadows of a new Sith empire, a Twi'lek warrior ascended, her crimson blade carving a trail of darkness. This is the tale of Darth Talon, a prodigy shaped in the searing crucible of Korriban, a devoted assassin, a woman forever entangled in the intricate legacy of the Skywalker lineage. Talon's story pits Sith against Skywalker for one final showdown. But let's start from the beginning. As a third-generation Sith raised on the menacing planet of Korriban, Talon flourished in the unforgiving environment of Sith training. Her exceptional agility and savage instincts set her apart, making her a force to be reckoned with. Under the guidance of Darth Talon, she delved into the intricacies of lightsaber combat and submitted to the seductive allure of the dark side. With her skills finally honed, she emerged as a lethal assassin, ready to carry out the Empire's bidding. As she neared the end of her training, Talon found herself deeply immersed in the dark currents of the Force. The ultimate test of her loyalty loomed, a cold-blooded order to slay her mentor, Darth Talon. Unwavering in her allegiance to the one Sith, Talon, without a moment's hesitation, executed her master. The echo of her crimson blades, reminiscence of her namesake, became a symbol of relentless proficiency. Having successfully completed this final harrowing rite of passage, Talon ascended to the esteemed rank of Hand, solidifying her position as one of the Emperor's most trusted and formidable assassins. On one of her initial missions as Hand, Talon was tasked with tracking down the daughter of the ousted former Emperor, Rowan Fel. Although she successfully located the princess, the intervention of the Imperial Knight Elki Vetter thwarted her apprehension. Determined, Talon interrogated and ultimately eliminated Vetter, gaining crucial information on the princess's whereabouts. If you're liking this video so far, please hit that like and subscribe button. As Talon closed in on her target, the princess managed to escape with the aid of Cade Skywalker, a former Jedi Knight. It was this twist of fate that intertwined Talon's path with that of Skywalker, one of the last remnants of Anakin's bloodline and the final bearer of the Skywalker name. Their destinies collided as she relentlessly pursued them. Upon learning of Skywalker's involvement, Darth Krayt assigned Talon the crucial task of capturing the powerful Force user and bringing Cade Skywalker before him. Assisted by a few other Sith, Talon successfully captured Cade while he was attempting to rescue Jedi Knight Traelus. Shortly after Skywalker's capture, he found himself in a private audience with Darth Krayt, with Talon standing witness. In this moment, the Dark Lord unveiled his former identity as Oshrod Het, a knight of the original Jedi Order. However, Skywalker remained unimpressed by this revelation. Without delay, Krayt embarked on his strategy to pull Cade Skywalker towards the dark side. The Dark Lord decided to pair Talon and Skywalker as master and apprentice. Throughout their time together, Talon relentlessly sought to persuade Skywalker that his destiny was intrinsically linked to the dark side and to the Sith. As their relationship developed, it evolved beyond the typical master and apprentice dynamic, transforming into something more intimate and complex. Their connection deepened, blurred the lines between mentorship and romantic entanglement. With Talon's training not seeming to turn Skywalker to the dark side, Darth Krayt confronted Cade Skywalker, delivering a chilling ultimatum. Either kill Hoss Trellis, the Jedi that he was saving, or face his own demise. Skywalker staunchly refused to execute his fellow Jedi, eliciting Krayt's wrath. In a fit of rage, Darth Krayt ruthlessly struck down Trellis with his own blade. The act of murder triggered a reaction in Skywalker, but the spirit of Master Cole Skywalker, Cade's father, intervened, preventing his complete descent into the darkness. Upon witnessing the aspiration of the long-deceased Jedi Master, Cade Skywalker was compelled to take up his father's lightsaber, a weapon that was on display as a trophy in Krayt's throne room, now found its rightful heir. As the tensions mounted, Darth Talon was the first to make a move, only to find herself impaled through the abdomen by her former apprentice. The shocking turn of events left her incapacitated, requiring an extensive stay in a vodka tank to recover from the near-fatal wounds. Shortly after these events, Darth Krayt met his own demise at the hands of his second-in-command, who then entombed him on Korriban. Talon was assigned the solemn duty of guarding the resting place of her former master. However, an unexpected turn of events unfolded as Darth Nihil, feeling a beckoning from his former leader, joined forces with Talon. Together, they ventured into the tombs only to discover that Darth Krayt's body had mysteriously vanished. Delving deeper into the dark and ancient tombs of Korriban, Talon and Nihil came face to face with the resurrected Dark Lord, who then, overcoming the Sith who had previously ended his life, Krayt was eager to once again confront Skywalker, and this desire would quickly be fulfilled, as the news of the resurrected Sith Lord reached the Jedi, who had prepared a strike team. Talon, in an attempt to thwart their efforts, engaged Skywalker in battle, only to find herself easily defeated. Recognizing the immense growth in Cade's power, she wisely retreated to warn her master of the formidable adversaries that lay ahead, and was on his way to get him. Despite Talon's valiant efforts to shield her master, they ultimately proved futile. Skywalker and Krayt clashed once more in a final, decisive battle. Emerging victorious, the young Jedi succeeded in ending the Dark Lord's reign. With Krayt's demise, the once Sith faced utter chaos, and the once mighty Empire began to crumble without an emperor. In the aftermath, Darth Talon and the surviving Sith were left with no choice but to go into hiding and scatter across the galaxy. Their aim was to ensure the preservation of the one Sith's legacy, preventing its extinction following the fall of its founder. However, the Jedi and the Fel Empire relentlessly hunted down the surviving Sith, determined to extinguish any remnants of the dark threat that once gripped the galaxy. For now, there hasn't been any official confirmation or continuation of Darth Talon's story in the Star Wars canon. The fate of Darth Talon remains unsolved. George Lucas originally planned on having her involvement in a sequel trilogy as Darth Maul's apprentice, but Disney went a different direction, sort of robbing us of a great story. Possibly could have been a lot better than the sequel trilogy we got. I am not one of those sequel haters, but I do think there were parts to dislike. I cannot think of too much of a downside of having an aged Darth Maul training a youthful Talon in the ways of the Sith. While Maul studies the dark side, finding new holocrons and ancient Sith secrets, Talon is out there creating a resurrected Sith Empire from the shadows. You could even have Maul find Krayt on Tatooine and train him. You'd have to change up the timeline a little bit, but I think it could all work. I'm actually working on a what if video about that exact thing right now. So let me know by giving this video likes if I should make that one. Also, once again, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys. Hopefully someday we learn of her ultimate fate. Until next time, I hope everyone has a great day, and may the Force be with you.